Warning, this game contains sexual content and mature situations. If that's not your sort of thing, stop watching now. You have been warned. Hey guys, and welcome to Love Ribbon. This is a visual novel. This is gonna be pretty risque, more than I've done on my channel. I mean, I did Honey Pop, but this is pretty taboo. There's gonna be a lot of nudity and sexual things. I'll probably get banned from YouTube for it, but if it gets to be too bad, I'll put blurs on it in post. I don't know. But yeah, without further ado, let's get started. Oh, and also link if you want to buy this game, you perverts. I'll link this in the description. I stretch my arms out wide as I take my first step off the bus. My body is stiff after being seated for it feels like half the day, and various joints crack in the response to my movement. At the same time, I fill my lungs with fresh air. After being trapped inside of a bus all day, the air outside has a refreshing taste to it. Crack. Ouch. Ah, jeez. It's only been a few hours. Toughen up, Iris. With a loud crack of my neck, I finish limbering up and hit the road. I keep an eye out for any street signs that might help me gather my bearings. While I have a rough idea of where I am, I've never been to this city before, nor am I traveling with anybody who might. I'm all alone in a brand new city, my home for at least the next year. This is hopeless. Can't see anything helpful. Maybe I should ask for help after all. As if on cue, my cell phone begins to vibrate with an incoming call. It's Dad. After a few rings, I pick up. His voice is cheerful and vibrant. Iris, I thought it was time for me to call. How is it? Do you like your new home? Did you have any trouble getting there? It's not too far from school, is it? Whoa. Slow down, Dad. I haven't even seen the place yet. I just got off the bus a moment ago. Oh, right. Oops. Didn't mean to get ahead of myself. My father laughs heartily as he speaks. So how was the ride over there? Full of fun and excitement? Don't ask. You know how many creeps catch that bus? Not to mention the stale air and the uncomfortable seats. Worse, I couldn't even afford to doze off. Missing my stop would have just been a disaster to top off this momentous occasion. Wow, someone's feeling gloomy. Suck it up, princess. A little bus ride never hurt anyone. And what happened to your enthusiasm from this morning? You were practically jumping for joy at the notion of moving out and attending school. You even changed into your uniform before leaving. You were prancing around like it was your first day of school. I was not. I just wanted to make sure it fit. Yet you're still wearing it now, aren't you? I look down at my own body. My legs are clad in knee socks up to my thighs. They stop a couple inches before reaching my short skirt, which I have mixed feelings about wearing. The long-sleeve blazer I am wearing is warm, and around my left breast is the school emblem. Below the blazer is a white shirt, also decorated with the school emblem. Finally, the collar of the white shirt is held in place by a tie, neatly wrapping the whole outfit together. Oh, my precious daughter is finally moving out on her own. I feel like it's just yesterday that I was changing your diaper and reading you bedtime stories. Are you really going to be alright without me? Oh, please, I'm a grown woman now, Dad. I can take care of myself. I'm not sure about you, though. Make sure you eat properly and go to bed at a reasonable time, okay? Yes. I smirked to myself at my father's childish reaction. Although he's a good, responsible man, my father is not a serious person by nature. It's only when something big is going on that he seems to pull his act together. Well, I won't keep you any longer. Call me when you arrive at your new home, okay? I'll be around if you need... wait a second. Actually, there is one thing I'd like your help with. I take a look around and detail my surroundings to my father. Sounds like you got off one stop too early. Don't worry, your new school isn't far away. Just keep heading towards your heart of the city and you'll find it in no time. And if you still can't find it, Papa will track your phone's GPS and give you street-by-street directions. How does that sound? Creepy beyond compare. Thanks for the help, though. I should be able to figure it out from here. Alright, don't hesitate to call if you get lost again. remember this one time we went to the zoo and I found you. Beep. I hurried to press the end call button. Honestly, every chance you can get. I put my phone away and started walking. Following my father's directions, I soon found myself in front of my new high school. Wait, she went far away high school by herself? Okay. Lilium High School, a prestigious school inhabited primarily by children of upper middle class families. Thanks to my exemplary performance and attitude, not to mention my participation in extracurricular activities, I was given an opportunity to apply for a scholarship here. Not only was my application successful, but I am now a top student at Lilium High. My battle hasn't ended yet, however, as a scholarship student I must continue to excel, lest my scholarship opportunity be revoked. Furthermore, I will be living by myself from now on, and I don't know anybody in this city. This is my first step towards adulthood, as nervous as this whole situation makes me, I am without a doubt excited. Preach! Pulling me away from my thoughts, I turn back as I hear the sound of a bus coming to a halt reaches my ears. Oh! As the doors open, only a single person steps off. A girl carrying a large bag on her back. Even from behind, her long black hair and pure white skin catch my eye. She eludes an unmistakable air of maturity, despite appearing to be around my age, a cold beauty with an appeal I find my eyes immediately drawn to. But beyond her appearance, what I find most captivating is her demeanor. She takes confident strides, not at all unbalanced by the large bag she's carrying. She appears strong, yet her arms and legs are not muscular. Her figure is lean and her back is straight. She pushes her chest out naturally and walks with excellent posture. My age or not, she undoubtedly more mature and adult than I am. As I stare at her figure, my mouth agape, I notice just how loudly my heart is beating. The mere sight of this girl causes my body to malfunction. My throat is paralyzed, my face is hot, and my heart is beating so quickly I fear it may burst. Yes? Beep. My heart jumps as this beautiful young woman addresses me. She stares straight into my eyes, excluding confidence and strength I can only dream of possessing. If you don't want anything, then... The young woman turns around and begins to walk off. No, please wait. My body reacts before my brain is able to formulate a plan. I don't mean to call out to the girl, but before I know it, I'm unconsciously reaching forward. Yeah? The girl raises an eyebrow at my sudden outburst. I think about what I can say and why I called out to this total stranger. Perhaps I can ask if she's also a student. As I mentally assess my options, I become painfully aware of this girl's increasing annoyance. No, it's nothing, sorry. Without saying a word, the young woman turns around once again, this time walking away for real. Simply watching her beautiful figure recede from my sight causes my chest to tighten in a manner I've never experienced before. Once she's gone, my chest suddenly relaxes, and I'm able to breathe once more. But before I can think too deeply about this unfamiliar feeling, our meeting comes to an end. Just who was that girl? I don't know. Following a lengthy walk, mostly thanks to my unfamiliarity with the area, I finally arrive at my new home. An apartment in the city not too far away from my new school. Most of the students at Lilium High use the student dorms, but I unfortunately missed out on any vacancies this year. But for the time being, at least until a dorm room opens up, I will be living in an apartment rented by my father. Come to think of it. I pull my cell phone out once more and call my father. Hey, it's me again. Hi, me again. I'm Dad. Dad jokes. I'm hanging up. Oh, hold on, don't go. I sigh and put my ear up to the phone once again. Anyway, I was just calling to say that I've arrived at the apartment. Took you this long to get there? You really should exercise more. Beep. I glare at the phone as I hang up. Honestly, why do I even bother? I thought moving out would be being free of father's nonsense. The phone begins to vibrate just as I put it down. I sigh once again and answer the call. Dad, I've only just arrived. If you want to pester me, can't wait until... Hold on. There's something important I need to tell you. Don't go out after 9 p.m.? No, well, yes, but something else. I was planning on telling you before you left, but you just look so cute dancing around in your new uniform that I... Out with it, Dad. Okay. The thing is, you won't be living alone after all. I stare at my phone in surprise, completely baffled by my father's revelation. What do you mean I won't be living alone? You promised that you trust me to take care of myself. Besides, you work too far away. You can't seriously be thinking of staying with me. My father doesn't respond immediately. I mention that he's wearing the same expression that I was only moments ago. Iris, I think it's time I think you're misunderstanding something here. What I'm trying to tell you is you'll be sharing the apartment with another Lilium High School student. My eyes slowly open as my father's words sink in. I anticipated a quiet life of solitude during my stay here. A life of school, studying, and not much else. Having a housemate would undeniably change that. Another high school student? Sorry, I know you were looking forward to living alone. No, that's okay. I'm just surprised. I don't actually think that having a housemate would be a bad thing. Haha, I'm glad to hear that. I'd be in a difficult situation if you refused to live with her. Oh, and don't worry about her having an impact on your studies. Zoey usually keeps to herself. Zoey, huh? Okay, so a girl named Zoey will be living with me and attending the same school as I am. I can work with that. Is there anything else I should know before we meet? Oh, I suppose one thing. I can hear the sound of my father scratching his face as he hesitates to answer. See, you and Zoey already, had a connection. Connection? I think back over the people I've met. While I can't recall the names of everyone I've been introduced to, I'm fairly certain I don't know anyone named Zoey. Yes, although you've never met, the two of you already share a close bond. Okay. What is this connection, or bond, or whatever? My father once again begins to scratch his face. Zoey is... how do I put this? She's your little sister. My little what? I respond in a flat tune, half convinced that my father is just screwing with me. I guess I should explain. Zoey has lived overseas for most of her life with her mother, so the two of you never had a chance to meet. Which might be for the best, now that I think about it. Zoey can be a bit... My father trails off, unsure of how to best end such a leading statement. Well, at any rate, a fresh start might be just what each of you need. Okay, talk to you later, honey. Lots of love. Bye. Beep. I stare at the phone in my hand. The call ends before I ask a single question of my father, which is no longer on the line. All I can hear is the sound of my own breathing. A little sister? Gotta be kidding me. I lived my entire life thinking and being told that I was only a child. Furthermore, my father raised me alone and never told me about my mother. I grew up thinking my mother was dead, or perhaps a deadbeat who ran out on us. In reality, it appears that she was living overseas with a little sister I never knew I had. Unbelievable. I've had a little sister all this time and never even knew it. Now out of nowhere, we're going to be living together? This is just too much. Music's too much. Following this piece of news my father had left me at the last minute, I was in a state of shock. In a daze, I decided to take a quick look around the apartment. Damn. Nice apartment. I locate the bathroom, my bedroom, confirm the state of my belongings, and finally sit back and take it all in. As hard as it may believe, this is my new home, an apartment rented by my father, still mine. But before I can settle down and relax, there's another matter weighing on my mind. The other piece of news my father dropped on me at the last minute, the unplanned guest in the otherwise empty apartment. A little sister. My little sister. For the next 30 minutes, I paced back and forth. Over and over again, I passed by the boxes containing my belongings. I then enter every room in the house one by one before returning to the kitchen. I repeat this process as time slowly passes me by, as though waiting for something, or trying to reach a conclusion. In reality, however, I have no clear goal. There's only one single thought on my mind. Pacing will not make it go away. As one might expect, from that moment my father nonchalantly made his declaration, my thoughts belonged to a single person. My little sister, Zoey. Though surprised, after a while I'm not actually disappointed, and I'm certainly not angry. Instead, all I can think is how I finally have the little younger sibling I've always wanted. But maybe I should lay down for a bit. I really do need to rest. Contrary to the advice I offer myself, I continue to pace. The excitement of having a little sister, one of whom I will be spending every day with, is just too much to keep bottled up inside. A little sister. My very own little sister. I begin to imagine what she might look like, and what we can do with one another. Will we cook together? Walk to school together? Will she need my help with her schoolwork? I'm definitely going to be a reliable older sister. I'll make certain she knows I can be counted on. Come to think of it, how old is Zoey? My father says she was younger than me, but he didn't exactly say. Ding dong. My excited yet nervous pacing comes to a halt as I hear a sound at the door. I'm not expecting any visitors, and Zoey's the only roommate I've been told about. In my mind, the only one ringing the doorbell can be one single person. I ready myself to give her the best greeting that I can. Zoey! I rush to the front door and throw it open without any pause or hesitation. The moment I do, I see a familiar face staring back at me blankly. Zoey? That's my name. You're Iris, right? Yeah, that's right. I shrink back and lower my voice. In front of me is the beautiful young woman who I met earlier today. A cool beauty whom I thought to be my age, if not older. My little sister, Zoey. Cool. Looks like I got the right place. Zoey pushes past me without another word. She drops her large bag on the floor and places her hands on her lower back, stretching after carrying it around for so long. Is it just us here? Oh yeah, it's just us. Awesome. Lock the door, will you? I want to take a look at my room. Oh, Zoey opens her bag and takes out a change of clothes. She then takes a quick look around, searching for the bedroom. I do have my own room, right? Oi, I'm talking to you. Do I have a room or not? I look down at my feet as I brace myself. I spent the past half hour thinking about this moment, wondering what I would do and what I would say. Yes, it's down the hall, on the right. Zoey doesn't give a response, instead picks up her bags once more. But before Zoey can end our first meeting as sisters, I have to force myself to speak. Zoey, do you want to go get smoothies together? Ha! Where the hell did that come from? I just, look, I don't know what our father told you, but I'm just here to eat and sleep, got it? Go make yourself useful and unpack or something. I'll find the bedroom myself. Zoey heads down the hall and checks a few rooms. Soon finds a room and enters, closing the door behind her. Even after Zoey has left my side, I continue looking towards the bedroom. Ugh, smoothies, what the hell? Standing in the hallway, I continue to replay the unbelievably awkward exchange in my head. What just happened? The girl from the park. That was Zoey? My little sister, whose existence I only learned about, pushed straight past me without any indication whatsoever that she wanted to know me. Furthermore, Zoey's younger than me, and yet she's so tall and looks so mature for her age. In a way, it almost feels like I'm the one who should be her little sister. Suffice to say, that is definitely not how I pictured my first day of independence. It feels so weird just leaving our first encounter off on that note. What should I do? Oh god, choices. Let's give her some space. I don't want to pry too much, because then she might get pissed off and yell at me. She's kind of got this arrogance to her. No, I shouldn't take it personally. She's probably just really tired from traveling. She did just come from out of town, so she probably just needs some time alone to rest. I shouldn't judge Zoey's personality after a few short interactions. I'll probably have a chance to spend more time with her tomorrow. With that, I begin to prepare for sleep. What a room looks like a kid's room. How old are these girls? High school. Living on their own. Beep, beep, beep. Groggily, I wake up the next morning with my alarm goes off at 7 a.m. I hit the snooze button several times and doze until I find myself hauling myself out of bed. I go to the bathroom to get washed up and notice that one of the towels hanging there is already wet. Apparently Zoey already got her morning shower. By the time I emerge from the bathroom, Zoey's nowhere to be seen in the apartment. Zoey? No answer. After what happened yesterday, I'm not sure whether to feel disappointed or relieved. As I expected, homeroom on the first day is introductions and going over the school's conduct handbook. After homeroom, my next class is calculus. It's right next door, and I'm one of the first students to arrive. I take a seat near the door. Hi, nice to meet you again. Hi, Iris. I keep on calling her Iris because I'm playing Final Fantasy 15, I'm sorry. The students trickle in one by one, and I say hello to the classmates I already know, who's offering a friendly nod to new faces. Right, as I'm about to take a seat, a familiar face pops in. My eyes widen as I realize it's Zoey's. She pokes her head around the corner of the doorframe, as if unsure as to whether she's found the correct room, then steps through after confirming the number. Hi, Zoey. Huh? So glad you came by to see me. What are you talking about? That's why you're here, right? To say hello to your sister? I don't mean to hold you up. You should get to your next class. This is my next class. You're taking calculus? But I thought you were a second-year student. This is a class that assessment test placed me into. Wow, really? Zoey shrugs and walks into the room. Scanning for an open seat, I pull out the chair next to me. You can sit here. Instead of sitting in the seat I pulled out, Zoey walks right past me and takes a seat at the other end of the room. Looks directly away from me towards the window. Wow, did Iris just get stood up? How embarrassing. Though she looks like she's a real plain girl, if I were that girl, I might somewhere else too. Ah, that's so mean. But it is true. I hear the murmurs of students around me reacting to my interaction with Zoey. Blood rushes to my face. Looking down shamefully, I clutch my hands in my lap. Why did I have to let my guard down like that? I'm thankful when the teacher finally calls the class to order. Quiet, everyone. Now, I have no intention of allowing the group classroom structure to devolve into social hour. We'll be having our assigned seating. Classroom collective groans hit my ears. Everyone get up and find your new seats. I look at the seating chart and suddenly realize that the new arrangement has put my seat right next to Zoey's. I locate my seat and Zoey plopped herself down next to me. Ugh, whose idea of a cruel joke was this? No, I can't be like that. Let's make an effort, at least. I turn my head to smile at Zoey, but she avoids eye contact with me, instead looking towards the front of the room with a perpetually bored expression on her face. What should I do now? You know what? We're going to try talking to her because we keep on being meek and she keeps on blowing away, so I'm going to talk to her. I'm not going to be little Miss Quiet. She's my younger sister, not the other way around. Hey, Zoey? No response. I think it's really cool that you managed to be placed in a calculus as a second-year student. It must mean you're really smart and dedicated to your studies. Do you like math? Again, no reaction. I silently dejected and opened my notebook. Apparently, Zoey intends to ignore me for the rest of the class. Smooth. I try to focus on the teacher's lesson, but I can't stop thinking about Zoey. She's sitting there right next to me, yet she seems complicatedly oblivious to my existence. And not only do I have to spend the rest of the semester sitting next to her in the calculus class, but we're living together in the same apartment? What have I gotten myself into? Whole big mess. After a long day at school, I gradually make my way home. In both hands, I'm carrying plastic bags full of groceries, not to mention the school bag on my back. I'm back, I call out as I enter the apartment. The bags in either hand are placed on the counter, followed by my school bag. I then collapse on the nearest chair and close my eyes, exhausted from my trip. Normally after the first day of school, I'm filled with excitement. But all I can feel now is the crushing anxiety of what will happen the next time I see Zoey. It seemed like she outright hated me in math class. There's no other way to interpret it, right? I sigh and close my eyes. Damn, where did I put it? My eyes should open as I hear a familiar voice. I had assumed Zoey wasn't home or perhaps otherwise engaged since my initial greeting didn't receive a response. Zoey, you're home? Why didn't you respond when I called out? I'm on my way out anyway. Don't pay me any mind, I'll be out of your hair soon. True to her words, Zoey appears to be getting ready to leave. Even though I only just returned myself, it's getting dark. I can't see why she would even choose to go out now of all times. Pull myself onto my feet and face Zoey. You're going out now? That's what I said. But isn't it getting a bit late for that? It'll be dark soon. You don't want to be wandering around an unfamiliar city at night. You mean that you don't want to wander the city? Don't assume to know what I want. Well, okay, that's fair. But why would you want to go out this time? I already bought some groceries to use for dinner, if that's what you're worried about. I'm not going shopping. Then where are you going? Give me a break. After that, she begins moving towards the door again. Wait. Take a step to the side so I block her escape. She raises her eyes mutinously. It takes me several seconds to get my voice to work. You know, seeing as we both are up, I nearly cringe as I hear my own nervous voice. Why don't we study? Zoey opens her mouth to reply and then closes it again. For one shocking moment, I think she's actually going to consider my proposal. Then I realize she's only taking a deep breath to keep her temper in check. No. Zoey begins to rush past me in the hallway. Can't just let her leave. You can't. Can't what? Go outside right now. It's nighttime. So? Our school enforces our curfew. Any student found out past 10 o'clock is going to be in serious trouble, even expulsion. At the mention of school, Zoey's eyes narrow. And safety, too. Just because we live on our own doesn't mean we can do whatever we want. Bang. Eep! Zoey grabs me by the shoulders and pushes me against the wall. Oh, she's forceful and puts great strength into her hands. I'm not injured, but my heart is sent racing, both due to Zoe's proximity and the sudden shock of being thrown into something solid. Zoey, what are you... Shut up. What I choose to do is my business and no one else's. You have no right to tell me what to do. Zoe's tone is cold and fierce. Fingertips are sinking deep into my flesh and I start to feel pain in my shoulders. Zoey, I'm not trying to be the bad guy. I still want you to get yourself into trouble. If my actions get me into trouble, then that's my problem, not yours. But I'm your sister. I don't want to see you get hurt or anything. Zoey clenches her teeth. Don't give me that shit. You think a day of knowing one another in some vague blood relation makes us sisters? Don't make me laugh. You're just a nosy little do-gooder who can't keep out of other people's business. No, I'm just trying to look out for you. By telling me how to live my life? Listen closely. I'm not going to be bossed around by some pampered little girl who thinks she's better than me. Take your ego and shove it. I want nothing to do with your holier-than-thou bullshit. I bite my lip as I force back tears. I don't think I'm better than you. Why would you say that? From the moment I first saw you, I thought you were an amazing person, a cool, independent woman who could take care of herself. Not only that, but you're attending Lilium High, even though you're younger than me. You made it to this prestigious school, an extra S. I'm not looking down on you in the slightest, Zoey, and I know this might sound strange since I'm supposed to be your older sister, but from the moment I laid eyes on you, I thought you were beautiful beyond compare. Wait, what the hell am I saying? Zoey releases my shoulders and takes a step back. Awkward. Her face is contorted in frustration and confusion as she tries to process what I've just told her. But rather than respond, Zoey turns around and heads towards the door. Just stay out of my way, alright? I won't warn you again. Zoey slams the door and shut behind me. I stand there stunned before I breathe again, realizing I'm alone. Why did I just got told off by my little sister, and on top of that, she seems to hate me even more now. I wring my hands in front of me, still unmoving from when Zoey backed me against the wall. What am I going to do? The next morning, I wake up sore, slumped over the desk in my room. Ugh. My bedroom light is still on, and I'm still in the clothes from yesterday. Oh, that's right. I stayed up late last night trying to catch Zoey when she came back home, but I must have fallen asleep before she got back. I quickly changed out of my grungy clothes and grabbed a granola bar from the kitchen on my way out the door. No time for breakfast today. As I hurried to school, thoughts of last night rushed into my head. I can't believe I said those things to Zoey. Yeah. What was I thinking, confronting her in the hallway like that? What was I hoping to accomplish? I mean, Zoey is right. She, even though she's a sister, I mean, they never knew each other, and she can't really go around being like, you can do this and do that. She's her own woman. So, what was I thinking, confronting her in the hallway like that? What was I hoping to accomplish? And then in the end, I tried to compliment her to diffuse the situation, but that just only seemed to make her more upset. I couldn't even stop her from leaving, so what was the point? Inside, I dread seeing Zoey during second period calculus, having to sit next to her all class after what happened last night. On the bright side, maybe this will be the chance for me to offer her a proper apology. Can't escape me when it comes to class, right? After the bell rings to signal the end of homeroom, I rush to calculus. I want to be here when Zoey arrives. I watch as the students file in one by one. As I wait for Zoey, gradually the other students around me fill, until finally the teacher calls the class to order. Zoey's seat remains conspicuously empty. Alright class, settle down. I'm going to pass around the attendance sheet, so be sure to sign it before you leave. The teacher begins his lesson, and I find myself continually checking the door, hoping to see Zoey stepping through. Several minutes pass on, and I still see no sign of her. Eventually, the attendance sheet is passed to me. I locate my own name on the sheet and mark it off. I hesitate before passing the sheet on. I can see Zoey's name listed below on the paper. I do. I don't want to get her into trouble, but then again, I don't want her being like, let's do it. Let's be the older sister. I don't care. Mark Zoey's being present. Zoey might be just running late. I want her to get in trouble for missing class. Besides, it's just a small thing. I mark Zoey's being in attendance, then to pass the attendance seat to the next table of students. The rest of the day passes uneventfully. After my last class, I check around the sophomore classrooms to see if I can find Zoey. I don't see her anywhere. Maybe she went straight home? There isn't any warm welcome after I rush back into the apartment at record speed. Not that I was expecting one, but Zoey is nowhere to be found. I try knocking on Zoey's bedroom door. No response. My phone rings. I look down at the screen and realize it's from my dad. Dad? Urus, where is Zoey? I don't know. I called her phone and she's not picking up. Can you go home to see if she's still there? I'm home. I just checked her door, but she's not responding. She might still be at school. I can hear the sound of Dad sighing on the other end of the line. I just got a call from the school. Zoey didn't go to class today. I thought this would be different, with her at a new school and living with you. What do you mean? This isn't the first time this has happened. You know, Zoey's had these problems at her old school. Iris, there's one more thing that school told me. Zoey was absent from all her classes, except she was marked in attendance for the calculus class. I asked the teacher about it, and he doesn't remember Zoey being. I know it's not a coincidence that the one class Zoey supposedly attended is a class the two of you share together. Iris, I'm disappointed. I wanted you to be a positive example for Zoey, not encourage this kind of behavior. Damn it. I know she's not going to start acting like an angel overnight, but the least you can do is try to keep her in line. I'm sorry, Dad. I'll try to keep an eye on her. I know you're not the one who's the problem. It's not fair to take this all out on you when Zoey's the one who's caught in class. I just hope things improve, Iris. Me too, Dad. I hope things get better soon. Well, I guess that's all. I don't want to get another call like that from the school. Goodbye, Dad. He hangs up, cutting me off in mid-sentence. I don't think I've heard Dad so angry. At least he's never been that angry at me. Why is this my fault? Zoey misbehaves and I'm the one who gets scolded? I didn't even know I had a sister before now, and now I'm responsible for this unruly person? No, that's not right. Zoey's still younger than me. If I want to be an older sister, I need to start to set an example for her. How am I supposed to keep an eye on her? It's not like she tells me where she goes. Unless... My eyes glance toward the narrow apartment hall that contains our bedrooms. I could look in her room. Then you want to know it? I'm going to go ahead and save here. And I think that's enough time for today for this episode. Great beginning. Nothing really bad happened. Just standard visual novel, but from what I can see, it's just going to get pretty sexy. But yeah, if you guys like this video and any of the other videos we do, make sure to click the subscribe button that's on the screen here, along with the other videos I have. But this has been Love Ribbon, and I've been the Leviathan, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thanks for watching, guys.